Hi guys, William here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this amazing apple tart. It's a rustic apple tart. I'm using very delicious apples in season with some amazing caramel, peanuts, sweet pie crust. It's very delicious. This apple tart is rustic, so it's not sophisticated. It's very good and honestly so simple. You can make it very easily for your friends and family if you have people coming over for dinner, for example. It's a perfect recipe to go. So we'll start with the crust. So for my crust, I'm going to mix my dry ingredients, and I'm using, of course, some all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add in some sugar, as well as ground cinnamon and a heavy pinch of salt, and I'm going to mix that well. Next, I'm going to add 1 egg yolk and mix again. Perfect, we can now add the butter, and I'm adding also the vanilla extract since I forgot before, and I'm going to mix the butter through the flour with my hands. My dough is almost done. I'm going to add some milk and then form a bowl, and it will be perfect. Great, so now I'm going to cover my dough in plastic wrap and I'm going to store it in the fridge for about 1 hour to 2 hours, and then we can make the tart. While my dough is resting in the fridge, we can now move on and make the caramel. It's a very easy and delicious caramel, kind of like the one you have in north of France, in Bretagne. And so I'm going to start off by, of course, melting some sugar until I reach a very dark caramel color. All of my sugar is melted and dark, so now we can add the butter and mix well. So it may seem like the butter and sugar are kind of separating, but it's okay. We are now going to add some cream, and I'm using heavy cream in this recipe. It's very important to have some fat in there, and you will see it will all come up together and boil, and then it will form the best caramel ever. My caramel is almost done, so we can add the flavorings, and I'm first of all going to add some salt. I'm using some very good quality salt, it's very important, and then I will add some vanilla extract. Okay, so crust is done and caramel is done, so we can now take care of the apples, and basically I'm going to cut my apples very thinly. Now to my apples, I'm going to add some lime juice. You can definitely use some lemon juice. It's just that I didn't have any lemons on hand when I was making the recipe, so basically I used lime and it works too. And then I will add some brown sugar, some vanilla extract, and finally some ground cinnamon. It's very important for taste, but if you don't like cinnamon, please leave it out. I'm also going to add some flour so that I don't have any liquid coming out of the apples when we will bake the tart, and I'm going to mix that all up. Perfect, so my dough is chill and set, and I'm going to roll it out on my parchment paper, and then I will add a touch of flour once again to not have any juice in my tart. Great, now we can add the apples. And then I'm going to add about half of the caramel that I just made and some peanuts. You can definitely use different types of nuts, and peanuts work very well in this recipe. It kind of reminds you of Snickers with that peanut taste, and also the caramel. It's very good and delicious. Then I'm going to gently fold my dough onto itself so that it looks very perfect and neat. You don't have to be very precise here, it's very easy to do actually. And I'm going to also add some egg wash. It's just an egg beaten with some milk or water, and I'm going to brush the sides of my dough, and it will look perfect once it's baked. So our rustic pie is done, so I'm going to bake it in my preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius. That's 350 if you are in the US, and I'm going to bake it for about 35 to 40 minutes or until the apples are well cooked and the crust is too. It's very brown and very nice looking. And then I will let it set at room temperature and drizzle some caramel onto it. So as you can see, this recipe is perfect for fall. You have the caramel flavor and the apples. It's amazing and very easy to do. It's one of those recipes that you can actually make very easily before your guests arrive. So please make it, and if you do, you can find the list of ingredients in the description box down below this video, so just write down there, as well as the social media where to follow me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time for another amazing recipe. Bye!